It concerns itself with relevant now subjects involving even more idiotic, unbelievable characters. Here then is Mad's version of Gall in the Family Fair. This week's episode, a visit from a World War II buddy.
Hi there, and welcome to the Middle American home of TV's first foremost foul-mouthed father image, Archie Bunker Hill, and me, his incredibly stupid wife, Meathead. Each week we bring you another episode in our life filled with hilarious controversy and uproarious vulgarity. Oh, our special guest shock word for this week is bigot. And now before Starchy arrives home from work and starts his usual tirades against everyone, regardless of race, creed, or national origin, let me tell you about a little bit of myself. I was born of Spanish parents and Hey, you dumb spick. Didn't you hear me come in ringing the doorbell? And here he is now, folks, American's beloved bigot. How well did your day go today, dear?
What a day. I punched a dago, I belted a coon, and I kicked a mick.
Gee, Starch, it all evens up. Yesterday you complained you had a bad day.
Ring. I'll get the phone. Listen to me, you dirty, rotten Hebe. I had enough with you pushy Jews. And when you see one kike, you see them all.
Starchy, who was that on the phone?
My father. Boy, I hate all kinds of Jews. Orthodox Reform.
But Starchy, your father's Protestant, or what is he calling?
They're the worst kind. Well, now... Mine for fun either.
Isn't it simply adorable, folks? See why America loves him so much?
If you've ever seen Don Rickles on TV, you know what he's like. And if you've never seen him on TV, you're lucky. Because this is the kind of thing he does.
Hi there.
I got a few things to say. About Johnny Carson. Few people.
There's Johnny Carson.
Hiya, Denny. Makes $1 million a year, lives in a big expensive apartment overlooking the East River. Great view of the NYC Galveston. Every time a sightseeing boat goes by, Carson waves a flag out the window which says, Johnny Carson lives here. Johnny Carson lives here. There's Ed McMahon. Hey, Ed, I was in the NBC John, and the mirrors were dirty. You're not doing your job. How would you like a punch right on your chin? There's Joey Bishop. The first time I saw Joey, he was sitting on Frank Sinatra's lap reading his Christmas list. It's always fun appearing on TV with Joey. It's like challenging Josie Falinko to an apple bobbing contest. Actually, I don't mind because he pays well if you happen to collect Israeli busto. But as Joey's dear mother said once, Ed, to know him is to varnish. There's Ed Sullivan. A lot of folks felt bad when Ed died 4 years ago, but thank goodness his contract called for him to continue his show anyway. I personally like Ed, which shows what a sick guy I am. I'll never forget the first time I met Ed Sullivan. I was at a New Year's party. They were stirring the punch, and with him, I made Ed laugh once. His face cracked. But Ed's a good guy. Last year for my birthday, he sent me 5-gauge Wharf acrobatic tumblers. There's ex-band singer Merv Griffin. Merv reached the peak of his career when he played washboard for Al Trace. His idea of an exciting song is, Yes, We Have No Bananas. Merv's the only guy I know who can play straight man for Spyro Agnew. I'm only kidding, Merv. He'll be around a long time, at least until entertainment comes back. Thank goodness his TV show was canceled, because his fresh and amusing acid-tongue approach could have caught on, and we might have all become as caustic has professed to be. In fact, here's a mad look at what it would be like if everyone talked like Don Rickles. And now we're going to see how Lawrence Welk, the Lawrence Welk Show, you know. If Lawrence Welk talked like Don Rickles. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a time for more insipid music in a Lawrence Welk tradition. And now to start off a boring music session of sophomoric tunes, here is handsome Bobby Little, who used to test sneakers for a Howard Hughes. Bob asked the musical stupidity, "Do you love me?" Actually, I hate him. I hate him. That was really awful, Bobby. And now, my favorite, and yours, the Marx Brothers of the music world, the Lennon sisters. How long are you girls been with me, making me sick? 15 wonderful years, Mr. Welk. Don't make a fun of my accent. I'll take away your echo, Chan, and make you sound like that flat from a flat Alka-Seltzer tablet. Just kiss on my ring and a go and a sing. They're so pretty. Their rhino fungus cleared up. 1 and a 2 and a 4. And now, you all know Bert Park for Miss America pageant. Here he is. And that means that the new Miss America for 1969 is lovely Miss Utah, Dora Sue Paget. Congratulations, Dora Sue. And watch it, the onion just fell out of your handkerchief. But seriously, I'll bet your parents back on the ranch are proud of you. It's not often that a bow-legged cowgirl becomes Miss America.
Thank you, Bert.
Hold it, Annie Oakley. What's with the birth bit? Since when did you become an equal? It's Mr. Parks. Now say a few words to America. Anything off the top of your head if you damn if we'll let it come through. And then I'll move downwind because you're more cow than girl. Let me tell you.
Well, I just want to say that it's wonderful to live in a country where this can happen. I promise.
Okay, enough with the Pat Boone imitation. Now take the bouquet and walk down the ramp so all the bald-headed men who paid the scalper's fortune for seats to it can do their thing. And try not to cry on the flowers, they're wilted already. And there she goes, Miss America, Captain Kangaroo. Morning, boys and girls. Isn't it a nice day out? Sure it is. Are you happy today? Sure you are. Did you wet your bed last night? Sure you did. And did you grab Mummy's ring and flush it down the you-know-what? Sure you did. And does the captain despise you? Sure he does. And are you too young to know what despise means? Sure you are. Lucky for me. Well, good morning, Mr. Green Jeans. And why do you look so sad today? Is it because you're still being paid scale and I'm making over $2 million a year? I'll bet it is. Don't you think so, boys and girls? Every morning Mr. Green Jeans stands around, looks in his dressing room mirror and says, I'm the star, I'm the star. And now it's time to play Simon Says. All ready? Let's begin. Simon Says, hands on hips. Simon Says, spill your oatmeal. Simon Says, rub jam on your shirt. Pick your nose. Aha, I caught you, didn't I? I didn't say, Simon Says. And most of you dum-dums are standing there with fingers up your nose and picking away, aren't you? Sorry. Now we go to Humphrey and Brinkley, that is. Good night, David, and as they laughingly refer to you in the newsroom, Mr. Emotion. Good night, Chet, and I'm glad to see the facelifts are working now. Good night, David, and try reading the news without giggling. Good night, Chet, and tomorrow try getting to the studio a few minutes earlier for a run-through so every word in the script won't come as a surprise. Good night, David, and you'd better hurry up. I wouldn't want you to be late for your class at announcer school. It's really helping. Good night, Chet. I'll hurry because I know Bob Sarnoff wants to go out tonight and have you to get into your chauffeur's uniform. If you think that's funny, what's that?